If I had to start completely from zero as an artist in 2026 with no followers, no connections and of course no budget, I wouldn't focus on the things most artists obsess over, but I would follow a very specific path and honestly, it will get me further, faster with way less stress. Let me show you exactly what I will do. What's going on guys, I'm Enrico from Matchfy, welcome back to our Matchfy channel. If you want real music industry advice from someone who sees the music industry every day, make sure to like the video, subscribe and drop a comment because I always read everything, so if you have something to ask me, don't mind to leave a comment. And since this is the Matchfy channel, Matchfy is our platform where artists share music, talk directly with curators, get feedbacks from professionals like A&Rs, labels owners, producers and grow inside a real community. You should check it out. I'll leave you the details down in the description, and without further ado, let's jump into the video. One of the first things that I will do is definitely stop worrying about being discovered, because if you start in 2026 thinking a label or influencer will magically find you, you've already lost. Discovering is not something you wait for, but it's something you engineer. I will focus maybe on building proof, not chasing validation, and proof means consistent music, consistent content, a clear identity and a small but real community, and a release plan that makes sense. Following artists who grow in 2026 are not the ones begging for attention, but they are the ones who show their worth following. So do not chase validation by following vanity numbers like streams or the follower count. You have to find validation inside what your community, like how your community reacts to your content, for example. Number two, I think that I will develop a simple but strong sonic identity. Not 5 different genres, not I'm versatile, not I created a new music genre, but I will pick one core sound, one emotional angle and one type of energy that really reflects me, and not something just because I want to make something new that, like we see, is never something new. And then I will build around that for at least 6 months, because the fastest way to grow from zero is being recognizable and talking about the same thing every day. People need to hear 2 seconds of your track and think, oh yes, that's him. And labels also want that, listeners want that, the algorithm wants that in order to push you. And versatility, yeah, it's good, but it comes later. Identity comes first. Next, I will plan 6 releases in advance, one like every 6 to 8 weeks. And starting from zero, the biggest advantage you can create for yourself is build momentum. And nowadays the music moves really fast, and if you disappear for 3 months, you vanish from the entire world. So I will create a batch of songs that represent me and create a release calendar. Like track 1 is the foundation, track 2 same word but bigger hook, track 3 a slightly different flavor to expand, track 4 a collaboration for reach, and track 5 a fan favorite track based on feedback, so based on what my community wants to hear from me. And the 6th and last track is the track I will push the hardest. This alone would put me ahead of the 90% of new artists who release randomly and gamble with their music project. Moving forward, I will create content before release anything, and this is where most new artists destroy their potential. If I start from zero, I'm not dropping music until I have 20 to 30 short form videos, circa 1 video to post every day, some behind the scenes footage, unreleased snippets, or at least a few people already reacting to my sound. Also, I think I wouldn't release any music if there's not a small story around why the song exists, and also a clear idea of who my audience is. Dropping music without content is basically throwing a song into a black hole, into those 130,000 songs published every day. And you don't need to be a TikTok star, you don't need to be viral the next day, but you just need clarity in your music project. And apart from clarity, you need consistency. Okay, next step is that I will focus on connections and not on followers. because followers don't move your career, but real people do. And if I'm starting from zero, I'm immediately building a network around me, like curators that I truly respect, other upcoming artists, small labels, or also producers, DJs, content creators that can help me produce some videos, and anyone in my lane who is active and anyone who can help me sharing some feedback about my music project, about what I'm going to do with my music content or my story behind my music project. And this is the reason why we build Matchfy the way it is, a community where artists can meet new people, meet new professionals that can help them to promote their music, that can help them move forward in the music project. And we think that artists grow much faster and much better when they're not alone, because we are convinced that connection turn one song into opportunities, even if those opportunities are little, but the futures can lead to major opportunities, whether isolation kills everything. Okay, let's get back to us, because the next step that I will do is that I would use feedback as my leverage, because if you start from zero, you're not married to anything, you're not married to a label, you don't have any contract where you can show anything to other people. So I will show my unreleased track to curators, producers, DJs, or friends that I really trust, that actually listen to my genres, and also small community. And with that, I think that I will improve really quickly. Remember that the artists who grow fastest are the ones who iterate in public, not the ones hiding in the perfectionism for a year, who do not release anything. And labels love artists who evolve fast, because it reduces their risk of investment. And then we get to the next step, which is the branding step. I think that I will design a simple brand that feels consistent, not overthinking it and not spending thousands on visuals, but just a color palette of my aesthetic, a typography, a vibe, a story I stick to, and simple visuals that truly represent myself and that look like me. Remember that brand doesn't need to be complex, so you're not building a logo for Apple, you're building your artistic journey. And last but not least, I will stop focusing on results and start focusing on systems, because growth in 2026 comes from routine and not from miracle or fake streams. My weekly system will be maybe one music session, one content batch session, one networking moment, one feedback moment, or maybe preparing for the next release, or searching for new live opportunities if I'm able to play live. And if you follow the system, if you are consistent, if you're able to catch small opportunities, this will lead you to somewhere in the future. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Drop a comment telling me, if you had to restart from zero today, which part will be the hardest to you, because I'm really curious to hear your side. And since this is the Matchfy official channel, if you want to grow faster in 2026 with real curators, real feedback, and a music promotion that do not use any artificial streams, don't forget to give it a shot and join Matchfy today. If you need any help, of course, we are here with our support channel. I leave you all the details down in the description. And from Enrico, I see you in the next video.